Welcome to PowerCat Live. I am here with Tasha Scott, Business Program Manager for Global Sales, Marketing, and Operations, and my fellow PowerCat, Manuela Pichler. Hi, you guys.
Hello.
Hey there.
Hi.
So describe a little bit about what you do at Microsoft and your journey to your current roles.
I'm a business program manager in the Global Sales, Marketing, and Operations organization, and I work on Power Platform capabilities and tools for that organization, and we roll out basically digital transformation tools internal to Microsoft for our field and sales roles.
And Manuela, how about you?
I'm a program manager on the PowerApps customer advisory team, so I work with some of our strategic and marquee customers on helping them accelerate their adoption of the Power Platform internally. And then I also own the COE Starter Kit, which is a tooling approach to helping with that Power Platform adoption.
And so today we're going to talk about environment strategy and the importance of it. And you guys each have a unique perspective. Manuela, you working with some of those marquee customers, and Tasha, you working inside Microsoft, one of the largest users of Power Platform and really transforming that. So why is an environment strategy so necessary for successful Power Platform deployment?
So an environment is really a container of your resources, your apps, your flows, your makers, everything lives in that environment, and you want to contain that to make it most useful. So you might have very critical solutions that need a development, test, and production environments. So there the environment is that container for that, and your security is bound to that container to make sure that makers can make in the development environment, but not mess up the production environment. But it's also kind of really important in terms of making sure that the connectors that you want to make available to your makers are segregated into those environments, etc.
And so, Tasha, you're not in IT, you're in sales and marketing, but you helped enable many people in sales and marketing to be able to use Power Platform, but was still within the guardrails that Manuela just described. What are some of the unique challenges? What are some of the unique challenges doing that in Microsoft?
Yeah, so Microsoft is a really large company, and we have, as you mentioned, one of the largest Power Platform implementations out there. We're very fortunate internal to Microsoft to have a very fervent maker community, lots and lots of Power Platform items being made, whether Power Apps or Power Automate Flows or Power Virtual Agents. We have a lot of that going on internally. And the Global Sales, Marketing, and Operations organization within Microsoft is also very large and globally distributed. And so one of the things that we realized very quickly is that our tenant administrators really have their hands full administering our internal tenant. And we really decided to take up the challenge of making ourselves an outpost for taking those governance policies that get implemented at the tenant level and being able to sort of socialize those out globally and out to the very edges of where our field and sales roles operate and build innovative tools. And we did that through creating sort of our own little, like sort of a mini tenant within a tenant. We have a subset of environments that we've applied a data loss prevention policy that is specific to our needs in those environments. And using those environments, we're able to nurture our maker communities according to the very specific data needs that the sales organization has. And be able to, give them tools and give them guidance that helps keep that data safe, and at the same time allows them to continue creating really innovative solutions in our environments while being compliant.
And so there is certainly a lot that you could learn from enabling a global organization like that, especially outside of IT too, that our other customers are experiencing. So what should others learn from what you've done?
Especially if you're in a very large organization, we have implemented sort of this circle of communication and outreach, and then a channel back to our central IT organization. They have globally or tenant-wide policies that they implement to keep Microsoft data protected and safe. We help to socialize that information out to our individual areas worldwide. And then we collect feedback from those maker communities that are worldwide. We can communicate those needs back up to our central IT organization as part of this sort of communication and outreach circle.
And how did you coordinate with IT? How did that relationship with central IT go as you were building this out?
So I am part of Microsoft's cross-organizational team of people that looks after Microsoft's implementation of the Power Platform internally. Part of my job is to represent the business concerns there and say, while keeping Microsoft data protected and safe, we also want to make sure that we're putting our Power Platform tools into the hands of maker communities and enabling them to build the best things that they can using the Power Platform. That relationship has led me to Manuela and led us to deploying the Center of Excellence Toolkit for our subset of environments so that we can have some insights, some really great insights into what folks are making within our subset of environments. And we could stand up this sort of structure that you're seeing here that's specific just for the Global Sales, Marketing, and Operations organization, where we have a subset of environments that are both like dev or pre-prod and prod for folks who are building sort of smaller scale personal productivity or small team productivity solutions using the Power Platform. Those are things that, quite frankly, our central IT organization just doesn't have the bandwidth to scale to nurture those types of solutions out worldwide. And we do internal to our organization. So as you can see, like, we help to nurture those things until they get to sort of a critical either complexity or usage threshold, and then we move them into a more globally focused environment.
And Manuela, how does this compare to the work that you've done with other large organizations who have done these same sort of transformations?
Yeah, I think that decentralized approach that Tasha is talking about was really inspiring for us, and it actually helped us really understand where the Series Starter Kit or overall a Center of Excellence can fit in. I think initially when we worked with organizations, very often the approach was centralized, and it was through being connected to Tasha and the V team that we kind of worked through how that decentralized approach can work. So I think that's definitely for very large organizations a big learning in where the responsibilities are with central IT, because you will always have a central IT organization that will set the main guardrails, the main boundaries, and then how important it is to have that decentralized part that's close to the business, close to the problem, that's able to administer their own environments and take care of their own environment and application lifecycle management.
And if I can chime in there too, I think that having the organization that's close to the business be really responsible for that nurturing is so important, because the types of solutions that our organization needs to build and the data that we use to build those solutions is very different from other organizations within Microsoft. And our connector needs are different than other organizations perhaps within Microsoft. And so we set up our strategy using the Center of Excellence Toolkit to be able to provide that safety that's needed for those connectors while also nurturing in the very specific way that our organization needs.
If others are out there watching this and they've got some of these same issues working inside of a large organization, a large globally distributed organization, where do they go to get started and go through the same process we did?
So in our team, we publish our learnings as videos on the Power Platform Architecture series, and Tasha and I have recorded a video about environment strategies, both inside Microsoft and outside, that you can watch there and get familiar with what we're doing and the lessons that we've learned along the way.
Well, Tasha and Manuela, thank you for sharing this real-world experience of deploying the Power Platform at scale.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Thank you.